Alright, y'all, so this is about Mars, aka your willpower, motivations, the intent to go for your desires, intentions, and what motivates you in general to go for these things, your passions, your goals, and things of that nature. So we all have our own desires and passions and intentions and motivations and how we go about these things and different energetic forces and how we go about it. So this could be whatever you desire according to how you want to experience life and what makes you go after these things, and how the system is implemented and created to go for these desires. And sometimes not having much of a choice to go for to have a say or an opinion to how to go about these passions and desires, but it's all structured upon the other planets or chakras. I hate saying planets, but when it comes to going about structure and stability, but Mars go hand to hand to these things. So Mars ruled in is at home in Aries, so it's always going to be backed up by that Aries energy, that going for it, that self confident individual type of energy. So Mars is that older sibling, you know, um, that goes and get shit done. That goes and get shit done. Whatever it got to do to sustain itself, and and make shit happen, make that money. So um, Mars as a home in Aries. So these individuals know how to naturally have passions and desires, and the intent to go things is already at flow and natural. So it's normal for a Mars and Aries person. You will see these people as um passionately driven, and just always getting shit done at a timely basis at the time it has to get done. So these are the type of people that will always get always be on time when it comes to their project or at work. um you know rarely getting to work late. It just depends at the what type of spirit it is. But 9 times out of 10, these are the individuals that get shit done, and they'll do it in a timely manner, in a timely fashion and manner, and they will do a great job at it, at creating some type of passion in art or music or whatever creativity out of it. um so it falls in Cancer, meaning that cancers are already connected with the moon. The moon is all about emotional stability. So Cancer is ruled by the moon, or should I say, is at home in the moon. So with Mars here, Mars is all about intent, passions, and motivations, and passionately driven to go for these things. If you put a passionate planet on a emotional planet, emotional sign that's all about emotional stability and comfort, it's gonna pick and choose and be lazy about how to go about its intentions and motivations and its passions. And not necessarily lazy, but it can lead to laziness, and it won't have the it won't have the it won't be passionately driven if it's not emotionally stable to go after these desires or passions or its intentions. So a Mars and Cancer person, if the intention is not there for it to be emotional stable, they might lack that quality of Mars. So that's why Mars falls here. So they have to be emotionally stable when it comes to what they got going on and their desires and shit like that. So it might they might miss a lot of opportunities when it comes to going for their passions and desires, and just to get shit done in a general basis. And um these individuals like don't like work. They don't like they can be very lazy. They can be um not on track when it comes to their passions and desires, because they need emotional they require that emotional stability first. So it can be very picky when it comes to their desires and passions, and and how to go about it. So when it comes to, also forgot to say, it's also at home at Scorpio, so it's always Scorpio is backed up by that Mars energy, the the deep desires and passions, to transform. Pluto's here too, that add on. um so Scorpio is fixated emotional energy, emotional stability. So however Scorpios are feeling about their intentions and passions, um eventually it has to come to the surface, whether if this is something they want to do or make it work, or to see if they can relate to others, and um just make something out of it. So this is where the deep passions and desires come from Mars, the deep transformations, and rising to become a phoenix and transforming your emotions, and just seeing through it. And as a Scorpio, you need to you don't want to hold on to that emotional baggage, and you need to let go and transform. So this also comes with Mars. I already said it, but I'm trying to make sense of it. But yeah, the intentions to go for something, a transformation, a passion, and that's what Scorpio is in Mars. So I might have left out some things, but I don't remember at the moment. But I'm also getting to is debilitated in Taurus and Libra. So in Taurus, Mars and Taurus people, they have to be careful and practical when it comes to their passions and intentions. So in most cases, they have to be their desires and their passions, and whatever they want to go for. It has to make sense for them, and it has to be of some sort of value for them to be passionate, and something desirable for them to go for those intentions, that Mars energy. So it can be a way here. So like it has to utilize, when it's away or debilitated in Mars, that means it has to utilize what it has to utilize to get shit done, even though it doesn't like it. So they have to be practical and make sense of it internally, if it's something to value, to go for those passions and desires, and and they might take their time and be practical with it. As for a Mars and Aries person, they already know how to go for it. They don't need to be practical. They're already passionately driven. So they can be practical to a sense, which will make them even sufficient and better. But Aries don't need to do it because they already know how to when it comes to whatever they got going on. So Mars and Taurus are they have to be careful for how they go about things, and this can slow them down, and be patient. But everything is, sometimes we all need these type of elements. We all do it in our own type of way, even if we don't notice it. But this is how a Mars and Taurus people do it in general, in their own way. But yeah, they do things internally, and Taurus is all about is exalted in the moon sign, in the moon. So it's all about the emotional value, and try to make it feel safe and practical, and bring in values of how to sustain its practicality. And Venus is here, love and affection, and how to relate. So it deals with the feminine aspect of internalizing. So yeah, Mars and Taurus have to be careful with things. When it comes to Libra, it's also debilitated here. Um, it has to utilize what it gotta utilize to get shit done. So for the most part, Libra is all about the relations, how to relate to anything. It doesn't have to be with people. So it doesn't have to always be about people. It could be anything, just trying to relate, and how does this work for me, or what can I get out of it? And Libra deals with the thinking and the communication. So it's all about the thinking and how to initiate new ways how to bring fairness and balance and communicate these things. And it's exalted in Saturn, so it's going to see the structure and the obstacles and the limits and what's fair or not, and bring balance. So with Mars and Libra, these people are gonna try to relate on the common goal. Like, they're gonna want to go for their desires with somebody and relate, and get shit done with other people. And this might make them at a disadvantage to a certain degree if they're not aware. But most of the times, they might get taken advantage of that energy, because they always want to relate and help and get shit done with other people when it comes to their passions, intentions, and desires. So Mars and Libra people, they like to associate with others, and they like to see things through and connect what they got going on, and try to apply it to other people and associate with other people, so they can get that desire and goal or passions met in a timely or whatever fashion. So it lacks the quality of just going for the desires, and like Aries, like they're already driven, and they're already self-driven, and passionately going for their desires. Libra here, Mars and Libra, they're gonna want to relate their desires to somebody and work with them. But that might not be always the case. It just depends on the other party, if they have the same or similar qualities where they can join those two energies and make it work. But everything is a yin and a yang. You just gotta be careful, and communicate the right things with the right person. So, but yeah, with a Mars and Libra here, these people will, they will, if they have a relation with somebody and they have a desired goal with somebody and it's making it work, they will fight with those individuals, and or against them, to bring balance and harmony. If people are taking advantage of them, or they might not take it personal, but that's how they are as a Mars and Libra. They expect that fairness and the equality when it comes to going for and working for the goals and passions and the desires. I also forgot to mention Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So Capricorns, they're all about status and work, initiating business or work, and getting shit done to be seen important, high status, and having to bloom, and just having a status quo. So Mars here, all about intentions, willpower, motivations. Capricorn is going to get shit done in a timely fashion, and at the best way, at its most peak way possible. So it's all about work and getting shit done. And he's gonna like being here, Mars and Capricorn, because um, it's all about Mars is also all about desires and passions, and then intentions and the motivations to go for these things. And Capricorn is all about the status quo, and trying to be seen with its work and business and intentions. So it fits perfectly here as a Mars and Capricorn person. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that.